Hello. I'm like literally 20 minutes late. I apologize. I'm waiting for Thomas to come home. He's currently stuck in traffic or he's coming home from work. He will be joining the stream. However, let me just tweet out that I'm live because I doubt anyone will be in here because the channel is dead. It's completely dead. Hold on. Let me just tweet out. Right. Anyone who's in here, because I doubt anyone will be in here, get in the chat. We will get into the Premier League game week. I may get into the results myself whilst I'm waiting because I'm not sure how long Thomas is going to be. And then obviously we play Liverpool in about an hour. So we've got to keep the stream fast paced and he's going out afterwards as well to watch it. So make sure you get in the chat, interact. The channel is fucking dead. There's 0 people in here. Right, I'll just speak to myself. All right, hold on. Right. I'll read out the results. I'm not going to discuss them yet. Saturday, the 16th of April. Right. Spurs 0, Brighton 1, Man United 3, Norwich 2. I'm not going to discuss them yet. I will be discussing them in further detail, obviously, when Thomas comes and made it start discussing before he comes, as this stream has got to be very, very fast paced. We've got to end it very soon. Well, not end it very soon. End it by the time it's like 1:45, probably so in 50 minutes, 55 minutes. So Man United 3, Norwich 2, which I was very happy about. Southampton 1, Arsenal 0, Watford 1, Brentford 2. Hold on. Watford 1, Brentford 2, West Ham 1, Burnley 1, Newcastle 2, Leicester 1. Right, we play Liverpool in about an hour. And this is the lineup. Hold on. Shaq, you're finally in the chat. I've not seen you in a while in the chat. This is the lineup that we're playing Liverpool. I'm not sure if you've seen De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Jones, Delo. So 5 at the back. Matic, Pogba, Fernandes, Rashford, and Ilanga. We're gonna win. We're gonna win it. We're gonna dent their title hopes. We're gonna get top 4. Everything's gonna be all amazing to end the season. Realistically, all I want from these players tonight is to crawl off that pitch. I want them too tired to walk off that pitch. Just work hard. We've not seen these players work hard too many times this season. That's all I want. I will be waiting for Thomas to join, and then we'll discuss obviously the Premier League results in further detail. But I've already said my thoughts. Losing 3-1. But we move. I've predicted 2-1. I've predicted so many scores today. I'm gonna say final score. I'm gonna say 3-1 to us. So because I'll never predict United to lose, especially against the Scousers. I'm gonna say 3-1 to us. I've got Sky Sports main event on because the program starts in 8 minutes. So they've just currently got the cricket on, so I will be speaking about it when it starts. But United 3, Norwich 2. Now, what a mad game this was. What a mad game. You know, I was sat there, bank holiday, obviously Easter weekend, thinking this is going to be a nice, comfortable win. We go 2-0 up in half an hour. We go 2-0 up. I'm thinking this is going to be a nice, comfortable win. This rare occasion where we get a comfortable win as well. And no, we make it difficult for ourselves again. Defensive errors all over the shop. Just not working hard enough, not running enough. Just the basics, not being in position. It's the basics. The structure is terrible. But we got the win, so I'm not going to be too negative about that. Ronaldo getting a hat-trick. What a player, man. What a player. What a player Ronaldo is, honestly. We all know he won't start every game next season. Let's be honest with ourselves. He's 38. Also, I nearly forgot to say, condolences to the Ronaldo family and Georgina, I'm not sure of her last name. Condolences to them. They lost a baby boy yesterday, so condolences to them. I've seen a family member go through it, and it's not nice at all. Condolences to them. Their family, him and their family, need to be together and take care of each other as much as they possibly can. And I'm sure my opinion, and along with I'm sure 99% of other fans' opinions, is he can take as much time as he wants off. He can come back when he's good and ready to come back, when he feels ready, when he mentally feels ready, physically feels ready, because it will have an effect on him, and it will have an effect on the whole family, undoubtedly. And it's obviously not a nice thing to happen. So hopefully they can all be together in this difficult time. I'm glad his last game, his previous game, he got a hat trick though. Just proving that he's still got it. He's still got. Let's be honest with ourselves. He's not that player that he was, let's say, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, even going back 10 years now. He's not that player, but he's got that knack of scoring. Obviously, he's the all-time leading goal scorer in world football history. He's got that knack of scoring, and he does score. And I will miss him when he goes. I really will. Honestly, like I will. There's some Gary Neville quotes coming out. I'm not sure where they're coming from. Though, coming from Sky Sports. Maybe it's on Sky Sports News. 4 people in here. Remember to get in the chat. I will be waiting for Thomas to come back, as he's just currently finishing work. So he does apologise for being late, but it can't be helped. I didn't watch most of the Spurs Brighton game. I'll be honest with everyone, because I was on the way to Old Trafford. I did watch it. I think I watched around 20 minutes of that, but I wasn't concentrating on it. I was more concentrated on eating an Easter egg, to be quite honest. One of which many I've eaten over the past few days. But Brighton finally got a win. They finally got a win, and against a team that we needed to lose, Spurs. And somehow we're still in the top 4 race. We are still in it. Somehow. Unbelievable. How are we still in it? Trossard scoring. Southampton beating Arsenal. That's helped us. Somehow we're still in the top 4 race. And Brentford with Eriksen getting another assist. I was obviously, I did a video about Eriksen's story. Well, I discussed Eriksen's story when I had Tom, my mate, on this channel. It was, when was it? It was June. I remember it obviously, but I was quite genuinely upset about it. Genuinely, like almost like it's obviously, it affects you watching it. So I was genuinely upset about it. And watching how he's fought to come back and getting medically ready and medically cleared to come back, and now he's doing really well for his national team as well, and in the Premier League, is unbelievable. It's an amazing story. And he is a good player. I'd take him at United as backup to Bruno next season, to be honest. Obviously, we know Lingard's going to probably leave. And we know Mata is leaving as well. So I'd take him as backup. I know it probably won't happen, but that's what I'd do. And then we got Newcastle 2, Leicester 1. Newcastle getting that good win. Bruno Grimite. I never know how to pronounce it. I'd say Bruno G. Getting on the score sheet twice. What a player. He looks like a great player. People can say they fought hard to stay up. I guess they have, but also they've spent 90 odd million. So, yeah. They've spent 90 odd million. So there's no sort of doubting that they should be expected to stay up at that point. I've just received a message. Let me just check this message. I've just read something that someone's possibly going to the Youth Cup final. So that should be great. That should be amazing. I will respond to that person as well when the stream is finished. That should be amazing. I hope we win that. At least it's something for us fans to celebrate. We've got a good youth team. But I'm nervous for tonight. I can't lie. It's in an hour. Now. I'm nervous. Really nervous. Is anyone else, the one person that's in here, nervous? I've received an email. It's from Google adverts for some reason. I think it's spam. Right. Right. I will get into the discussion when Thomas joins. For now, just anyone ask questions because I'm rusty right now. I'm not streaming too much, so I'm rusty. Um Let me just retweet. Mountains are there to be climbed, aren't they? That's what a wise man once said. And I'm sure our team hopefully climb that mountain and batter this what tonight. Um, we need it. We really need it. Honestly, right. Hold on. He should be here soon. Um, he said he will be here in 10 minutes. Around 10 minutes ago. Right. I shouldn't have gone live. I should have left it because now it looks like I'm just talking to myself. Um, yeah, I do. Obviously, I know that I'm leaving the channel in the end, at the end of the season. So it'll be the 24th of May, the last Premier League game week review. Um, there's quite a few reasons, to be honest, but I do want to thank everyone for the support. Obviously, I thanked everyone on the update video, but the support is it has been unbelievable. It's like I've achieved in 2 days. It'll have been a year since my first video was uploaded. Actually, so it will have been a year tomorrow night, but at midnight, if that makes sense. And since then, I've interviewed Fabrizio Romano twice, which I never thought I'd do even once. I've got Fabrizio Romano follow. I've interviewed Andy Mitten. I've interviewed Jay Motti twice from Stretford Paddock. I have been on Stretford Paddock as well. I've achieved nearly 45,000 views in less than a year. And along with all that, obviously there's obstacles in everything in life, but I've had a few obstacles here. I've had to obviously start growing and things like that as a person and keep my anxiety sort of levels sort of down, which I'm struggling with at the moment, to be honest. But yeah, it's it's mad. It's mad. It's mad how I've still carried on in the sense of to all of this. I've built this, and I do hope, even though there's not many people in this stream right now, people who are watching afterwards or whatever, I do hope that if I do decide to come back, it'll be in 2 seasons. Um, I will still get that support. Obviously, I'll work hard and get that support if I do decide to come back. But I'm not sure whether I will. But the lineup been released. Let me share it on screen. Um, Hold on. Is that let me just share that. De Gea, Wan-Bissaka. Let me put me there. De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Jones, Delo. So it'll be De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, right wing back, Lindelof, Maguire, Jones, Delo, left wing back, Matic, Pogba, centre midfielders, Fernandez, the attacking midfielder, Elanga and Rashford up top. I like that to be honest. I do like that. Let me just switch to my other account. I do actually like that genuinely. Let me just comment on there. Right. What is anyone who's in it? What is your thoughts on the lineup? I don't mind it. I did say I have said on stream and I have said to people, let's go five at the back. Fuck it, like it's kind of damage control in a way, but kind of like maybe we can nick a win. I've got some funny positive feeling. I really have. Honestly, I've got a funny positive feeling about tonight. Something about me says we do something. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it is, but something about me says we do something. If we don't hold 10, I'll be surprised. Oh, if we do, I think I will just walk away from football. I think people have heard me say this so many times this season. I think the whole 10, I would, hold on, let me mute you. I've muted you. I don't know if you can hear it yourself, but there's a big background noise, like a terrible noise. Can you hear it yourself? Yeah. All right, you can hear that.
Yeah,
I'm not sure why there's a big background noise. Hold on. Can that not? What is that?
I don't know what that was.
I can still hear it. Let me remove you and add you back. No. Right. I'm not sure what that is. Do you want to try without your AirPods?
Yeah.
Right. I do apologise. I do apologise for that. The audio is absolutely terrible. Bloody hell. Right. Genuinely, if we lose 10, I think we've wrote off the season anyway. I think as fans we've almost said let's write off this season. Ralph Rangnick is bloody so honest. Someone gave a comparison of Ralph to Ollie today, and people know I love Ollie and I backed him to the end. But Ralph said it's not enough to bring in 3 or 4 players. It will be more. Bearing in mind how many players will no longer be here out of contract apart from goalkeeping, we need to improve the squad in all areas. Someone said, Ollie, fantastic bunch of lads. Ralph Rangnick, I hate them. Rashford might finally score. I'll celebrate my head off. I think I will run through the bloody TV. No, but genuinely, like, I need Rashford to start scoring, man. Like, because if he doesn't want to be here, of course he can go. And I'm probably biased towards Rashford more than any of our players. I love Rashford to bits. I need him to score, honestly. Yeah, I'm probably biased towards Rashford more than anyone. Any player in world football, to be quite honest. Maybe bar Kane. I don't know. It is muddied. Same with me. I do apologise. I think he's going to try on his laptop or without his AirPods. Let me just drop him a message. Right, let me just drop him. Oh, let me just drop him a message. You just played FIFA 2000. What did you play? Was that on the Sega Mega Drive? Let me say, trying on your laptop. Sega, was that on your Sega Mega Drive? Yeah. No, but genuinely, the first FIFA that I ever played was FIFA 05. From what I can remember, FIFA 05, I think it was. And then the one with Ronaldinho and Rooney on the front was that FIFA 08. I got bought FIFA 08 by my auntie when, because I was really nervous. I had to get my teeth taken out. I had like too many like ingrowing teeth or something like that, where I had problems with my teeth when I was really young, and I had to get my teeth taken out. I was really nervous, so my auntie bought me FIFA 05 and FIFA 08, and that was the first one that I remember. Best ever FIFA in my opinion was FIFA 12. It's so good, so good. How was it? Played it on a dodgy emulator. Oh, you got to give me this emulator or something, because I really want to play that. I'm not even into gaming anymore, and I'm interested to play it. Because the first FIFA was FIFA. Was it FIFA 98? It's loading. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can.
All right. It is laggy, but people are gonna have to bear with us because there's no other option we got right now. First of all, how are you?
I'm all right. Yeah. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Yeah. What do you think about the lineup?
Is that the official one now, or is that just
Yeah,
one I've seen on Twitter?
Yeah, it's the official one now. It's been confirmed by United.
Fuck, right, okay.
I like it personally.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's a fucking absolute shambles, to be honest. Like, we're playing Diogo Dalot, a left wing back. Phil Jones is playing. Maguire is still playing. Pogba is playing with Matic against Liverpool. And we're playing Elanga up front with Rashford. I mean, it's it's full with shit. It's we're going to get smashed 5-0 with that team.
No, honestly, I'm not gonna. For once, I'm never gonna allow you to predict a scoreline against Liverpool where
Yeah.
we lose.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna allow you to predict that.
Mhm.
So before we get into the Premier League game week, what are you gonna predict?
I can go here and say we're going to demolish Liverpool 4-1, but it's just now what score's going to be. We're not going to win. All right, we're going to draw. We're going to draw nil all.
All right, I would take that
Yeah.
personally.
So
Right.
right.
Spurs 0, Brighton 1.
Yeah.
We needed this to happen, and how did this happen? At the last minute, Trossard. I didn't see the goal personally, but I
Yeah.
can't believe it. I can't believe that top four is still on. Like, what do you think? Do you think Spurs? Do you think Spurs are going to edge top four over us, or do you think we've got a chance?
Yeah. I think I love how people are saying that 1 week we're finishing 7th, and then the next week we're going to finish 4th. When in fact all of us know that Arsenal and Spurs are the biggest bottlers in the world. I mean, they literally bottle every game. I would not be astonished in the slightest if we somehow manage to get 4th, because it's just our luck, we don't deserve 4th. We don't deserve 5th. We probably don't deserve 6th. I mean, are we one of the best 6 teams in the league right now? But I don't think we are.
No.
Well, they were bottom half, to be honest. I think Norwich are better than us, and we just about bet them. To be honest, we probably won't get Champions League. I think it's just one win Arsenal or Spurs need, and then we're out of it, I think.
Yeah.
Unless they bottle every single game. And I know I've seen people. I've seen you actually tweet it, and it was saying just pictures of winning and losing and drawing with the 3 teams. And there's a way we can finish 4th, and it's quite realistic. But we are so inconsistent and so unpredictable.
Competitive league game against the bottom of the league.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
yeah.
Ronaldo with the hat trick. What I want to ask you about though. First of all, before we get into Pogba and the Pogba situation, in terms of the whole team, there was chance towards the whole team. You're not fit to wear the shirt. Get out of our club.
Yeah.
Do you agree with chanting that at the game?
It's tough one, see, because I believe when it comes to supporting your club, like as a fan, like actually going to the games, I believe you have the right to say whatever you want, but there's obviously a line where you cannot cross, and some people do it. And when I say crossing the line, I mean like racism and stuff like this. But I think it's absolutely fine for what they did, because realistically, and I've always said this when players get abused and are crying on social media saying, "Oh, why am I getting abused?" People like Lingard and Harry Maguire and the likes, and I'm Rashford, and I'm just sitting there saying, this is an entertainment business. Like, you are paid £200 a week, sorry. You're getting wages that a doctor or a nurse should be on, and you're just kicking a ball for a living. I mean, it infuriates me because, like I said, this is an entertainment business. The fans pay your wages. They pay for so much stuff that you are so ungrateful for, that they deserve, or that they're allowed to not abuse you. Sorry, they're allowed to criticize you. I think that should be accepted in the football community, but people don't do it. People support them, but that's not what I meant. I mean, they almost care for them like a 6-year-old and say, no, here now, Harry, it's okay, and I don't think that's acceptable at all. I mean, they play for United as well. If they're playing for like fucking Brighton, you'd be like, all right, like, it doesn't really matter. But it's Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs, not in England, in the world. They deserve to be criticised as well, by the way. Now, there's a difference between criticism and abuse, and I think that's the factor when it comes to Paul Pogba. Yes, on Saturday, he got abused, where chanting "you're not fit with the red shirt" is criticism for their bad performances. So there's definitely a fine line there, and I don't think there's a comparison to be had there.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pull a tweet up because of Richie's latest comment, which I will put on the screen in a second. This is from my private account. I will put Richie's because I do feel like I've got an important point to make here. I was not speaking about football here, but I was speaking about the treatment from the British media towards Meghan Markle, and obviously it weren't a random tweet. I was reading about it at the time, and I'd already watched documentaries, etc.
Yeah.
For me, there's a fine line. I will take the tweet off screen now. There's a fine line between, obviously, like you say, criticism and abuse. However, the media's treatment is disgusting. For how they treat like players like Pogba. Souness is obviously a big one for it. But
Yes.
the actual corporations, the newspaper that I won't mention, but we all know what newspaper I'm talking about. We can go right back to the 80s for how disgusting they are. The media's treatment of foreign players and players of different colour and things like that is not nice. However, I feel like throwing that card at the fans is not fair. I feel because I didn't boo Pogba, and I don't agree with booing Pogba, but I understand. However, people aren't booing him because of his skin colour or anything like that. I feel like people are booing him because of his treatment of the club, because of his demands of the wages, because of how bad it's been in the 6 years that he's been here. And I need to make a great point as well. I can hear myself, that's why I'm speaking so slowly. I'm not sure whether it's coming through your laptop as well, where you can hear yourself twice. I can hear myself twice, but Pogba gave us, and I know that I can speak about this more than most that are watching this from a first-hand experience. Pogba gave us, as a city of Manchester, as obviously Manchester being a city, a very special day. In a week which was one of the worst points I've ever seen, one of the lowest points I've ever seen for Manchester as a city. And I can't forget that, and thank you to Pogba for that. And that week was the Manchester bombing, the arena bombing, and we won the Europa League, and even City fans were rooting for us at the time. So Pogba gave us that special day, and I can't forget that. But the treatment of the club personally, for me, it's not been great. But there's fault on both parties, from fans, from club, from Pogba, from media, even Maguire not coming out and backing him. There's fault there. With Pogba, do you understand why, and do you get why?
I think I believe the treatment of Pogba is fucking disgusting. By the way, I mean, and I know that you have a different opinion on this. Well, slightly, it's similar. End of the day, opinion, but I know you're saying there that I shouldn't be saying the fans are treating him badly when the media is, and I don't really understand that, because the fans were chanting "fuck off Pogba" when he's getting subbed off. And then when you say Harry Maguire didn't even back him when Harry Kane backed him after he got booed in a pointless friendly, there's a big difference there, and I think the fans are kind of in the middle of that, as well as the media, because the media portray their manipulative tactics like Pogba has done nothing for us. He get rid of him, and I believe there's a racial end of that. By the way, if his name was Paul,
I do agree with you there. Like I say, I'm not sure whether you experienced it in Ireland. Obviously, it was very strong in England at the time, and like I said, it isn't relating to football, but it's related to two people of colour, both black, Meghan Markle and Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
The treatment of Meghan Markle, who married into the royal family, was disgusting. She's publicly said she was suicidal and they refused help, and she believes that was due to racism. They refused to help her. Paul Pogba has spoken about mental health, and Marcus Rashford has spoken about mental health. Two black players, however, one's English and one's not. And like I said, I love Rashford. I don't love Pogba as much, but like I just said, I'm speaking from an unbiased point of view here.
Yeah.
Rashford has definitely received more love than Pogba, and I love the love that Rashford has received, but Pogba does need to receive that love too.
Yes.
All players that are suffering with mental health need to receive this love. Richie says Maguire got booed and the next United game was practically a Maguire appreciation day. Pogba got fuck off Pogba and nothing's done at all. Regardless of what he's done, it's a disgrace. No, I do agree with that. These chants, I've had a conversation with my uncle, and this exact conversation was in Old Trafford, funnily enough. These chants are very divisive. I don't think this should be chanted, although I understand why. They're very divisive in the fans, with the players, with the squad, with the media, with the club in general. I've never personally seen Old Trafford as toxic as it was the other day. It was worse than Mourinho days. It was worse than the end of the Solskjaer days, the Moyes, etc., etc. I believe that we need a squad that's lovable. I'm not sure at this point that Pogba could get that love from some fans. For me, they completely changed it around and performed to the way he can, which we know he can. Yes, fair enough. But I absolutely don't deny the horrible treatment of Pogba from the media and some fans as well. And I'm absolutely not innocent in this. The other day, Saturday, I was quite wound up, and I sort of went on Twitter saying, he deserved the booze. I don't believe he probably did deserve the booze, but I understand why. I think it's best to just part way with Pogba. It's best for all parties to part way. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. And he does. I think the right thing to do is part ways with him. And I mean, I can say that about a lot of the players we have, because I just think it's just not. It's coming to a climax now with Pogba where people are chanting "fuck off Pogba" when he doesn't deserve it. And I seen a video of him smiling, sitting down, almost like look at these fucking idiots like chanting. And to be honest with Paul Pogba, the whole situation around him is, he's been inconsistent throughout his tenure here. That is down to him, as well as the managerial treatment of him and the media treatment of him as well. He's been put in a shit team for 4 or 5 years now, and obviously he's not going to produce when he's a system player, and he always will be and always has been. Just it's been masked by when he's at Juventus. He's just almost a star of the team because the system was perfect for him. And we haven't actually formulated a system for him, and it's far too late now. He's gone in a month, But in regards to, as in, he's going to leave. He's now going to leave in a toxic way, and I don't think it should have. This could have been easily avoidable. 2 years ago, he wanted to leave, and Ollie said no, and Jose said no earlier as well. I remember it was put out in the papers over in England that the day before the Manchester derby, where he turned to Zidane for half a game, there was talks that Pep was offered Pogba by Mino Raiola. Obviously, that wound up a lot of fans. And then he comes out and does that, and you're like, oh my God, this is Pogba. And I don't know how he's ended up staying here for another 4 years after that. I'm shocked that he's still here, because he should have went. I think he was going to go with COVID wasn't around. I think he would have went, to be honest, in 2020. But
I do thank Pogba for all the good times he's given us. He's given us some great moments. He's given us a 5-1 battering of Cardiff when Ollie first came. He was involved in a 17-game unbeaten streak. He was involved in a kind of title charge last season. He was involved in, like I say, a special day for Manchester as a city, and not just this club as a city. He was involved in a special day for that, and I can't forget that. Amongst all the criticism, I do hope he goes elsewhere and does well. I think everyone's at the end of the tether, including Paul Pogba, with this situation now. And I think there's no coming back from this now. For me, there is, but in the sense of this situation, it's kind of irreversible at this point. Do you agree?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there is there's no chance he's signing a new deal with us now. Like, forget about it. It's not happening because he's repeatedly asked to leave. That he's not getting the amount of money he wants, which, the contrary to what fans believe, you could argue that he doesn't deserve to be on half of that. And I kind of understand that he's been inconsistent, but his talent kind of balances it out. Maybe he warrants for 300, I don't know. But he has been inconsistent. Yeah. Bigger teams are going to offer the wages, we can't even offer fucking Europa League football at the moment, you know?
Yeah.
And do you really think he wants to stick it out another year just about finishing fourth at most? He's going, you know?
Yeah.
The only thing he can really do is try, I say try because it's really unlikely, try help us into Champions League fourth place, and then that'd be a nice way to end it, and he'll be remembered fondly, similar to what Ander Herrera was. Now, Ander Herrera was a different player completely, and I love him, and I die for him. I absolutely fucking love Herrera. But Pogba, he could definitely enhance his reputation with our fans if he did. If he almost turned it on for the last few games. But it's written in the stars. I think he's going to Real or PSG, someone like that.
Yeah.
There's no chance he's staying.
I agree. I'm not sure whether you've just seen the Maguire quote, what Maguire has said in an interview over the past hour.
No.
He's getting a lot of shit for it. He said, I wouldn't be playing for Manchester United every game in the starting 11 if I've been playing bad every game or not playing well enough. There's a reason why both managers have put me in the starting 11 every game. He's getting so much shit for it.
Fuck me. That's terrible. So is he saying that?
I think that's very provocative. That.
Yeah. So is he claiming that he's played well for the majority of his career here because he deserves to be starting every week? He's alluding to that. Oh my god!
So he said, I wouldn't be playing every game for Manchester United in the starting 11 if I've been playing bad every game or not playing well enough. There's a reason why both managers have put me in the starting 11 every game.
Fucking hell!
Yeah,
he's the captain of the club. I mean, he is the worst captain.
Every game.
That is true. And him included, yeah, definitely. I mean, he doesn't deserve to be starting games. Like, he doesn't deserve to be on the bench, for fuck's sake. Like, definitely. He's actually. I've never seen a captain so selfish. By the way,
can I just?
He is so defending. Yeah,
we're speaking about racism. Ronald Marshall, who is before I put his comment on screen, this guy is my mum's partner. And some backstory. He's told this story before on stream. I had him on stream. He was the head steward at City, travelled Europe and travelled away and home until he faced some health issues. He has received some racial abuse from Leeds fans, including being spat at, and that is a true story. So for me, I will take this opinion very seriously from Ron. Obviously, I've spoke to him today, but barely because I was very tired. Simply, you will never ever get over the fact that any footballer in the top league anywhere in the world, if you are colour, you will never get fairly judged, even if you are really shit. End of. Yeah. I'll give an example. I'm not sure whether you know too much of him, Ron, but Kylian Mbappe. For me, he's my favourite player in world football, if not Marcus Rashford. This season, it's definitely Mbappe. Watching him, I'm off my seat every game, excited. But I feel like he's got 7 million followers, but I feel like his media sort of team, or the media should be like hyping him up so much more than they are. He should be, in my opinion, the level of hype that Messi gets at this current stage. Obviously, Messi is undoubtedly one of the best players ever. But thank you for your input there, Ron. It is massively appreciated, and obviously I do take your opinion very seriously on things like this, as I know things you've experienced and things like that. It's a shame because he would suit Ten Hag so much. Pogba, I think he would actually, yeah. Haaland Clay. No, I'm never going to say Haaland Clay now he's about to sign for City. But I genuinely don't think that anyway.
Yeah.
We do need to keep this stream at a fast pace because I know that you're going out to watch the match, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously I'm going to be watching the match downstairs. Right. Southampton 1, Arsenal 0. This Arsenal team, do you believe it was actually as good as people, including myself, made out, or do you believe it was just made out to be much better than it actually is?
No, it is. No. I've heard this before, and I think it's no. You cannot base a team's like bad record as in they lost 3 in the trot, I think 3 in the bounce, which is not good, and they're not against teams as good as them either. To be honest, against Crystal Palace, like it's not good. These teams aren't like the same level as them. I know people have said, oh, they've been like a smokescreen almost. No, they are a good team. They definitely are. It's a mentality problem. It's similar to us actually. We have we had world-class players. It's a mentality problem. If Arsenal had players in that squad who was able to get that finish in the league over the line, if they had a few of them, they would be cruising forth. They're just, their heads drop when they can see the goal. Like you see it in the games, because you obviously watch a few Arsenal games yourself. But I mean, it's genuinely a mentality problem. Like if they had some, I think if they signed some players in the summer, which they definitely will, to improve the squad. If they sign some more older, experienced players that are like 27, 28 maybe, that have experience, sorry, I think they'll be fine next season. I'm not sure that we'll finish 4th next season, to be completely honest. And that doesn't sound like an unpopular opinion, but Arsenal are far ahead of us in terms of development. And they have, if they sign the right players, they'll have that expertise almost and learning from experience to get that 4th place over the line, So I don't think this is like a red herring or anything. I genuinely think their team is good. It's just that they don't have the mentality. It's very weak.
No, yeah, I agree with that. Brentford 2, Watford 1. There's only one question I've got here, and obviously we're trying to keep fast pace. Roy Hodgson, do you think he's going to leave when they get relegated, like at the end of the season, or do you think he's going to stay and try and get them up?
Was Roy Hodgson ever managing the Championship, actually? I'm not sure.
He's managed everywhere. I think he's like 300 years old. He's been around forever.
I know.
I think he's managed Barnsley, if I'm not mistaken. I might be completely off with that, but I think he has managed Barnsley.
Okay. Well, I don't think he has that. I don't think they'll bring him down to the Premier League or to Championship. Sorry, because people argue he's Premier League level manager, which I'm not really sure, to be honest. But like, I don't think he'll actually want to be there at his age. I think he'd probably rather retire than try to get a team promoted. They'll all come back to bite me in the arse next season because they'll probably storm the Championship and Roy Hodgson will be a Championship winning manager. But I feel like they've done this last season. I remember we played them in the World Cup, the FA Cup. Sorry, that a Spaniard in charge. I can't remember his name. Was it Zisco? I'm not sure. But they like to go for these. They like rotating managers, as we all know. Like they have 3 or 4 seasons. But I think they'll rather go for someone that's up and coming. Well, not really up and coming. I mean, like, he's very good, like a manager, but you'll never be like Premier League quality. He will do really well in the Championship and the same cycle over and over again. So I don't think they'll bring him down to the Championship.
Okay, right. West Ham Burnley 1-0. Denby, player manager 1-0. It's impressive, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've spoke to a few Burnley fans and seen a few Burnley fans tweeting, and their general consensus seems to be Burnley have ripped the heart out of their own club by sacking Sean Dyche. They've ripped basically the heart and soul out of it. Not only is the club already run terribly as an actual football club to stay in the Premier League, but they've just sacked the manager that's kept them in the Premier League for like, is it 10 years now? Now, where do they go from here? Because surely there must have been a fight behind the scenes, not a physical fight per se, but a falling out behind the scenes for him to be sacked. Where do they go from here?
It's a tough one to answer because I don't know if I've ever talked about Burnley like in depth on the channel, but
No.
I genuinely despise Burnley, like their style of football, and I hope to get relegated under Dyche because I do like Dyche. He's a great character as a manager. I really do. He's very real, you know, in his interviews and stuff, compared to the robots that are managers where they come out with one-liners that are like, or two-liners, sorry, you're like, that's a generic thing you could have said. But with Sean Dyche, he does have a bit of character, and I really hope he's back in the Premier League because as much as I hate style of football with a passion, because it just screams Brexit 60s football to me, I hope he is back in the Premier League because he's a good character, and we need people like that. I mean, Jurgen Klopp is a character, you know, people like that. He's nowhere near the same level as Billy was, but I think he will. I think he'll get the Everton job. To be honest, I think Lampard will eventually get sacked because how shit he is and how overrated he is as a manager. And I bring someone like Dyche to stable the ship. But that's what I hope anyway. You know, there must have been an issue in terms of like money in January or money in the summer. Sorry, that made him leave because, I mean, Sean Dyche is a Burnley legend, like in a way. They don't have many because they're such a small team, and but he has kept them in the Premier League for a long time on a shoestring budget. He got relegated in 2013, 14, I think, or 14, 15, and they got stormed the championship again on first attempt, and they've been in it since, you know. And I really like the signings they made this season as well, by the way. Maxwell Cornet was a steal, and the Burnley fans love him because he was getting crucial goals. He's kind of dried up now, but he's become a bit of a fan favourite there. And with Weghorst, as much as a banter player he was a very good signing on paper. Obviously, he hasn't really contributed. He's got a few goals, not enough to keep them up, obviously. I don't think they'll stay up. But when it comes to what are they doing next, it's a very hard one to answer because they probably will appoint someone from the Championship like what's his fucking name? Steve Cooper. They'll probably appoint someone like him.
I rate Steve Cooper a lot.
Yeah, and I do like him because he's done a good job at Swansea, I think. And was he the assistant manager of the England under-17 team who won the World Cup? The under-17 World Cup? Yeah, like he's obviously got a good CV and he's done very well at Swansea. But when I say someone like him, I mean his character. Like he's a bit of a banter manager, but he is a good manager. Don't get me wrong. Or someone like not Dean Smith, maybe a shitter version of him, you know. But I don't know. I think they'll take 2 or 3 years to adapt again, and their big players will go. But they still have a core of Brexit players like Ashley Westwood, Josh Brownhill,
not Brexit players.
British players.
I'm
sorry.
If there is any that watch this, no, it's no problem. You don't need to apologise. I don't mind doing it. To be quite honest, it's not offensive. That can you hear me? Your phone completely dropped there. I'm not sure what has happened here. Right. We're going to go into the last game in a second. I can't see you. Your camera's off.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Are you able to put it on, or?
Give me a minute there.
All right, no problem. He's just trying to sort his camera out. We will be going on to Newcastle, and I'm going to say something about Newcastle. As much as I hate their owners and hate what their owners are about and what they do in the sense of what they're trying to do with the club and stuff like that, and what they do outside of football, I'm excited to watch the Newcastle rebuild, to be honest. Touched on his Spartan replacement from Dyche to Allardyce. Dyche to Allardyce. Possibly. It could happen. Why not? Well, absolutely, why not? But I'm not sure why why they actually sat Dyche, to be honest. Genuinely, all jokes aside, it's a ridiculous decision. That it's weird. Something, like you said, something must have happened behind the scenes. Newcastle 2, Leicester 1. Now, Bruno Guimaraes, I can't pronounce his name. I'm just going to say Bruno G. Guimaraes. I'll never get it right, I don't think. What a player he is. Could have done with him at United.
Definitely, yeah.
On a serious note, I'm not sure if you just heard what I was saying, but I don't like what their owners are about and what they do outside of football and things. But this Newcastle rebuild, I'm excited to watch it. From a pure, just sitting back and watching it. Obviously, I'm scared that they're going to overtake us, but it seems to be interesting. It seems to be exciting. In my opinion, they're playing some good stuff. Do you agree with that?
What they thought they have a good future, like, or yeah, definitely. I mean, they're the next big team that's going to be bankrolled by oil money. You know, it's I think Manchester City have almost set like a blueprint for any Saudi Arabian. I know that's stereotypically saying Saudi Arabian. I mean, you know, Arab Emirates, anyone from like that from money. You know, there's a blueprint there set by them since 2008 to just build a club in 3 years, like easy, with good recruitment, the right people. I mean, perfect, you know. And they're off to a flyer already. They spent £95 million in January to save their skins, and they signed Kieran Trippier. Was the big signings were Trippier, who's the fucking someone else big? Guimaraes, just someone else. Oh, Chris Wood.
Target.
A Target, yeah. Target and Chris Wood. Yeah. Well, Guimaraes was the very underrated one because I really wanted him at United. And I don't think he would have been a starter quality player for us, but he would have been a very nice starter and then eventually being a squad player, you know, that kind of thing with us. But Bruno Guimaraes, I've always known him. I've always liked him at Leon. He was at. He's very good. I mean, his 2 goals are quite uncharacteristic of him, I think, because he's a defensive midfielder, and his goals are really funny because they're shithouse goals, and I love them both, and they're in the great timing for the last one as well. I mean, he's the model of a Newcastle like not icon, but a Newcastle like fan favorite, like a cult hero. He has that, you know. He's a very shithouse player, and that's why I like him. But when it comes to Newcastle's future, I mean, it's 2 transfer windows, and like you said, they could be on our tail, you know, behind our shoulder. And I wouldn't be surprised they overtook us. But the appointment of Eric Ten Hag has sort of lifted my expectations and for the future and what I expect. You know, obviously, same thing. But I think we have a better future under Ten Hag, and Newcastle have the money, and it's inevitable that they'll probably be in a top 4 team like they used to be in the 90s, you know. But and I do hope to that because they had a turbulent like few years under Mike Ashley, and he's such a shit owner, and they got rid of him. And yeah, I don't like the integrity of the takeover and the money. It's a fucking joke. But listen, I don't mind that because Newcastle deserve it, and I believe we kind of deserve it as well because we've had to suffer for this for.
I need the more
10 years.
I tweeted it on my private account, and the people who follow my private account tweet bloody know well know by now. I am absolutely obsessed with Elon Musk, especially recently. And the more I learn about Elon Musk, the more I need him to buy Manchester United. So if by some miracle you're watching this, just bloody put a casual $4 billion.
Please, Elon.
Just casually $4 billion.
Pocket money, Elon. Come on, it's easy.
He's buying Twitter for 42 billion in cash.
Yeah.
I don't know if you actually know this, but he doesn't even own a home or a car. He's currently in between friends' houses, and he walks everywhere. So there's some interesting information. Elon Musk is what people could call homeless, the richest man in the world. I just love it. I love everything about the guy. What a guy. Just buy Man United, please. Save us. And he supports us as well.
Yeah.
Imagine Old Trafford seats covered in Tesla.
I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah. We'll end the stream there, though, because obviously the game kicks off in 15 minutes.
Yes.
And you're going out for it, so enjoy, and hopefully we get the win. But enjoy either way. And I'll be watching it downstairs. I'm going to try and enjoy my night either way too. So everyone else enjoy the night too. Have a good evening. And I'll